The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the diaspora, to everyone that's listening to us, to those of you watching us on TVC, that's the local cable, channel 40, for those of you listening to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's the middle of the week, and we begin Island Tea this morning. Azard and Jamsa are in the building. Gentlemen, how are you doing this morning?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good. Jamsa, what about yourself? Good
but there's something on my mind, Kortensia, something that I have been thinking about since on my way to the studio last evening, and I'll get into that.
On your way to the studio last evening? Or?
Well, last evening and this morning on my way to the studio.
I want to know how many times are you coming to the studio now?
No, I have been wondering, and before going to that, we know that the PLP had its press conference yesterday. If there are persons out there who have listened and want to weigh in on what the People's Labour Party and the matters that they address a wide range of topics. I remember from listening, the chairperson of the People's Labour Party, Wendy Phipps, really gave open remarks, and she spoke about the healthcare in St. Kitts and Nevis. She spoke about the condition of the hospital now. She spoke about the limited facilities that we have, and many other things. I could recall that she mentioned the construction of a new hospital. You know, St. Kitts and Nevis, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has indicated that there is going to be the construction of a smart hospital. But she has said in her presentation that such an infrastructure to be completed would take some time. What do people do in the meanwhile? And that question really rests with me, on my mind at least. When we look at the leader of the People's Labour Party, he spoke about a number of issues. He spoke about the reduction in assistance when it comes to social programs here in St. Kitts and Nevis. He talked about the change to what we know as the piece to the elevate, and the PAP program now, the lift. He indicated as well he mentioned the increase in minister's salary, and he has stated, the timing, whether the timing is appropriate given the fact that that the civil servants, they got 8%, talk about the minimum wage, and about the whopping percentage that these ministers have given to themselves. Of course, they said that it was recommendations by, the government said, and have said that it was recommendations that were from the previous administration by a committee established under them. But the talk has been that, the previous administration never brought those matters for approval at Parliament. It was this administration that brought it. And the question whether or not, why not other recommendations? Why is this the only recommendations that they have taken fully on? And they have adjusted other recommendations and programs that have been under the previous administration. Another thing that I found from the presentation as well is, the leader of the People's Labour Party, Dr. Harris, he indicated that, when they had the list and the two resolutions, one being the salary increase, that it was not listed prior. And he indicated that that was really an injustice, as the members on the opposite side, or the members, would not have known that these things the salary increase would have been one that was being brought to Parliament that time, and he criticized that approach, and he in fact said that he will have a discussion with the Honourable Speaker in relation to that matter. I don't know what persons feel about the views expressed by the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris and members of the People's Labour Party. Those persons who listen could give a view and their voice here this morning. The opinions of others are very appreciated. We welcome the discussion, we welcome the contribution, and this is what gives our program here on Win FM and Win FM's program, the Island Team Morning Show, its relevance, because we are talking about issues that are happening now that are current within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay. Did you say the Honorable, the former Prime Minister, Dr. Timothy Harris, that he wasn't aware that that topic was going to be discussed in Parliament on that day?
Yes, I actually...
But aren't you supposed to attend all of the parliamentary sittings being...
Yes, but the order paper, if you look at it, there's an order paper, and they would tell them what bills are going to be passed, discussed, whatever, but that was not on the order paper. Usually, the procedure would be that, even though all of them are supposed to be in Parliament, you would expect that persons would have time to prepare. These are persons who represent constituencies.
So he's basically saying he was blindsided because that was not on the paper.
Yes.
But my question is, shouldn't our ministers be attending every sitting the Parliament
I don't think the issue was attendance or not. The issue is not one of attendance. I don't think in his statement he's...
But even if he was there and he wasn't prepared, he's a very smart man. I'm sure he could have had a perfect rebuttal for who was there in Parliament at the time.
One should not be, and I get what he's saying, even if you're a smart person, as you say, he's a very intelligent, he's experienced. Even if you are that, you are supposed to be given the opportunity. Remember, it's not him alone. Okay. It's his constituents that he represents. He might have had discussions with persons on it before and to gain their view. And preparation is key. Even if it is that you're going into a meeting, there's usually an agenda for that meeting. You don't walk in blindsided. So even if he's able to give a valid contribution, who knows, the contribution could have been better had he been prepared and other people prepared. I don't believe that person should go into discussions where one side knows the information and the other side does not. So he's saying that this was not revealed based on what he's saying. And if it is true, that seems very unfortunate.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm still going to think that the ministers need to go to all the meetings.
No, again,
we have to set a good precedent. I get what you're saying,
he went
but
to
I'm
the
just
meeting.
saying,
It's not a meeting.
Parliament.
He went to Parliament. So it's not an issue of going to Parliament. It has never been an issue based on his statement. It is not an issue of attending Parliament.
It
but
is
he's
an
saying
issue of information being withheld that is needed in order to prepare to present in Parliament.
At the best of everyone's ability.
Got it. Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
All right.
Another, so that is one. I don't know what how persons feel about that. We could ask, the opportunities there for persons to weigh in on the discussion. Do you feel that it was an injustice that, based on what the former Prime Minister indicated, not being aware, do you feel that was an injustice? And you could weigh in on that. We also look at the CARICOM heads of government meeting that was held in Guyana. St. Kitts sent a delegation, including our very own Prime Minister. And what is on my mind is the fact, and I said that it was on my mind last evening, and while I was driving here, it has been on my mind, is that Antigua and Barbuda has presented a position on this matter as relates to so the people can expect from Antigua and Barbuda coming from that meeting. We see Bermuda, who is seeking full membership of CARICOM, has a position. We've heard from the articles statements by the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados. I read those statements in an article yesterday when she spoke about the barriers. and I could be mistaken, but I am yet to hear a position by our leaders, the ones that attended the meeting. We had a full delegation, and I am yet to hear what our position, what the position of those who have attended is. Because, I mean, they're attending meetings on the behalf of the state, and I think the state ought to know what is being discussed and what our position would be, especially when we see that this article in Loop says, and I'm going back to it, and it's one when it talks about Bermuda, and it says, this is what the premier for Bermuda is saying, the overseas territory, which is seeking full membership of the regional integration movement, CARICOM, says that it is, however, not contemplating being part of the region's attempt to allow the free movement of nationals across member states from March 31st this year. So we know what their position is. And he goes on to say, quote, it would be incorrect to conclude that full membership means freedom of movement for citizens of other member states of Bermuda. Premier David Burt, who is among regional leaders who gathered in Guyana last week for their 46th regular summit. So he gathered with our Prime Minister and other members, and he has since then stated what Bermuda's position is on the matter. We have not heard likewise, unless I have missed it. I don't know if you heard any statements on it. I don't know if others have heard statements. I don't have a monopoly of information, so perhaps I have not heard anything. But as it relates, I have not seen what Jenkins and Nevis's position is. He goes on to say, we recognize that this is a topical matter here at home, and to ensure clarity, freedom of movement does not automatically follow full membership. In fact, it has been stated on numerous occasions that many full members of CARICOM do not participate in freedom of movement. Further, specific agreements, negotiations, and protocols are required, and it is not something the government of Bermuda is contemplating, as Bermuda is too small to open borders, Burt said, end of quote. And the article goes on to say, the free movement of nationals is a part of CARICOM's single market and economy that allows for the free movement of goods, skills, labor, and services across the community. Free movement of skills, labor entails the right of a CARICOM national to seek work and or engage in gainful employment in all CARICOM member states, with the exception of the Bahamas, Montserrat, and Haiti, without the need to obtain a work permit. Even here, in the article, we are hearing Grenada's position. We have a caller.
Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning. Okay, we lost that caller. Yeah. Caller, feel free to call back.
Even here, we are seeing in the article Grenada's position. Grenada's Prime Minister, Mitch. Oh, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, about the press conference. You know, I think it was Vintage Harris, as usual. Very effective, a very effective speaker. No question about that.
Yes.
And he touched a lot of the points that you would have expected an opposition person to well, most of them anyway, that an opposition person is expected to do in the circumstances, right? And it makes you wonder again about the situation in Parliament, because the opposition leader in Parliament was pretty much silent on the matter as well, when you would have expected him to be forthcoming with the opposition talking points. Okay, the question though that Kortensia raised is an important one. That should not be dismissed. The attendance at Parliament. Right?
But, Mr. McMahon, before...
No. I understand what you're saying.
I think you're murking the water, because, again, I brought up the discussion, and the discussion that I brought, nowhere did Dr. Harris indicate that, persons shouldn't attend because not knowing on the other paper. All he's saying is that if you're having Parliament, all the matters should be presented and listed. So I don't
I
even see
understand that.
why
And
we
he's
go
right
into that.
That all the matters should be listed. But there's still a matter of attendance because it has been bedeviling the parliament for a while, and it happens on both sides. Okay? You'd think that if you have in a parliament that the schedule should be consulted with so that, you know, all the members, as far as possible, are able to attend. And when people are making presentations, some people decide to absent themselves and that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, and that is
should
wrong.
not happen.
That is wrong.
That is why I raised it in that context.
Yeah, that is wrong. And we're not, and for me, I promote attendance, and I don't think the statement that I mentioned in relation to Dr. Harris has anything to do with attendance, but preparation and adequate information.
The paper, essentially. Yes. He effectively blindsided, apparently.
Yes.
And that should not happen. But what it suggests to me, too, is that there's some kind of, because most likely the government side prepared for this. Okay, everybody.
Well, the AG came with a presentation.
The
AG came with a presentation, so yeah.
Yeah, right. And he also pointed out that he can speak for the rest of the cabinet. I think at some point, somewhere, he basically said that. But what it suggests is that this whole thing was kind of mishandled. Okay, because I would be one who would agree that they should get a raise, not to the extent that they got it, but that they should get a raise, but that, you know, this kind of sheepish way of introducing it and then coming after the fact to try and defend it, to me was clumsy. Okay, and so it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I think the whole thing was kind of poorly managed, and now they have to deal with the
backlash.
The backlash, and unfortunately, I don't think even that they're doing a very good job of. Really, by now, that should be in a story that has gone away. Okay, but it's still apparently
yep,
an issue.
Still brewing.
But Match First has already passed, Mr. McMahon, so their salaries are effective, are they not? They change.
But that's what I'm saying. They came after the fact.
Yes.
And this leads me into the next point you were just making about the freedom of movement.
And this
you would think this thing just like almost came out of the blue in the sense that it's just exploded on the scene.
Yes.
Right? And that should not be for something as important like this. You would have thought that there would have been more public discussion on these issues as opposed to you know, the press having to take them up. Okay, it all goes back to the horse and the cat, putting the cat before the horse, right? And the top, we thought by now too that people would have been more receptive to the bottom-up approach, where you could discuss with the people first, since after all, they would be mostly impacted. Bottom-up approach, as opposed to coming down from the leadership.
And I'm glad you said that, Mr. McMahon, because one would expect that you go to this meeting and such a change is one that would affect persons on the ground locally across the region. And government, the ministers, the delegation who went ought to have come back and you know, reported as to what the changes are going to be. What is St. Kitts and Nevis's position? These are matters that are of public interest, and the public needs to be aware of matters that affect them on such a large scale.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not every meeting you expect that there would be a report on, or you know, things would be publicly discussed. But certainly something like this requires a much wider, a much more inclusion in terms of the discussion.
Yeah, and,
okay, and not be left
to be devil's advocate.
A few technocrats or
to be
even ministers.
To be devil's advocate, Mr. McMahon, they have just received a raise in salary. So with a raise in salary comes a raise in expectation, that there would be greater deliverance of transparency and information. So,
it's interesting how you tie in that. Okay, so certainly a raise in salary, you're expected to perform.
If you're being paid more, you're expected to perform more. Are you not?
Better, yeah.
And better. I like that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think it was Janelle.
Yeah, Janelle said that. Yeah.
What is in the party? Whatever is in the party. He made that suggestion that
at the end
with the raise, you know.
To whom much is given, much is required, right?
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think though that with this, I mean, people. I listened to an opinion piece last night, and by Marvin Hanley, I think it was.
Okay.
And you know, you could hear the outrage in his voice that, you know, this thing seemed to be done like almost in the dead of night kind of thing. Or the approach to it. Because I don't think they've actually decided on anything. Huh? We know that there's a deadline, I think, of March, sometime in March, where something is supposed to happen. But I don't think everybody is on board with how it is to be done. So I doubt that deadline. I'm sure that deadline would probably pass, and we don't have definitive things on who's participating, the extent of the participation, and those kinds of things, right? But I'm saying that it should not be just the leaders deciding that, okay? That calls for wider, I think, involvement by the people in the region as to whether or not they're on board with it, okay? Because if they're not, the leaders in the particular territory are going to have problems with implementation.
Yes.
Okay, so let's hope that there's some kind of meeting of the minds. I maintain that there have to be a phased approach to this, right? There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to this because of the different stages of development and the different population sizes and so on. So they obviously have a lot of work to do. And I would suggest, well, I would have thought that these things would have been obvious and they would have been working on them before, you know, they come to the point where they're going to implement. And part of that working on them thing is certainly canvassing the opinions of ordinary people in the region. Otherwise, that is going to be a real serious backlash, I think. All right.
Yes, so very, very interesting take on it. And again, this is why it's been on my mind. You hear so many talks, you listen to the press conference for the People's Labour Party, you've listened to the statements by the People's Action Movement, and we're encouraging persons to call in. And then and then afterwards you matters like this, and so you expect, okay, then there has been okay, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Hello, caller. Good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yes. Good morning, Azard.
Good morning.
And Azard,
yes.
tell the brother there, he must be reasonable. Don't try to put out everything one time. He could call back. But cut up the little chit chat now. Don't kill the show. Like he's the only talker and only you know things. Give everybody a chance. People trying to get in. Azard, one thing where surprised me with Timothy press conference is that why is it he got to put my friend Rankin, Junie got to put my friend Rankin to go and ask questions? Come on, Labour got anything, Junie, the first will be there, I suppose. And he's one of the top, you know, more experienced radio hosts and journalists. Why you got to put a rookie to asking questions? And Yuri, do not let Junie them put I to go in a court box, go talk. I know. I be careful as young journalists. Don't let Junie them hide behind a black curtain and get all the things to go publish and them kind of thing. Why is it? Be wiser than that. Okay, enough of that. What I want to really talk about this morning, Azard,
Yes.
is that fellow, Gaston Brown in Antigua, he ain't a foolish fellow. Because Gaston, no, he got to go back to Antigua. Go answer people concerning that free movement. Gaston, with Douglas, free movement fought in 2013. Gaston being short. You see the behavior, especially from Jamaicans in Antigua. This vagabond, lawless behavior, we're going to tolerate that around here, you know. And if he know, Dr. June know, where he going? I'm very disappointed with Sam Kanda them. Sam Kanda look like he playing a tit for tat thing. But this is people life, you know, Sam. And poor people in McKnight Life and Newton and elsewhere in the country. We want leadership. We don't want this nonsense. Young man, Dr. Joe, who is green like green grass, please you understand where you're going with this thing. Because I see problem, you know. Me see problem, me see problem.
But jam down the fact that our Prime Minister hasn't said anything as
Well,
yet.
that is the point.
Okay.
In 2013, Douglas just get up and went and sign the free movement, you know. He ain't come in a town house. You see the fellow Timothy Harris? In 2015, when we were arriving to establish community out there, Tim told me the best thing to do is come to the people in town hall fashion. Where they're running from. They want a man like me and us. We're waiting for them, you know.
Jam down. I could ask you a question. Jam down before you go. Jam down. Jam down. Jam down. He gone? He's gone? Yeah, I guess so.
But he can listen and
Yeah,
always call
yeah.
back, so you could ask him the question.
Okay, let me ask you the question then, Kortensia. What is today's date?
It's the 6th
The 6th of what?
March.
And this thing is supposed to be effective March 31st.
Okay. So, do you... Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I just called to say that free movement is a good thing. Petitions don't move all over the place, and we have free movement in the Caribbean. If somebody can't get a job in this area, they could go to another area. Free movement is good. I'm not sure what that caller is talking about.
Okay, then. Caller, okay.
Excellent.
That's a good point. And I don't think the discussion is one really against or for free movement. Is more of information on our position. We have a caller.
Caller, go ahead. You're live on
Go
Island
ahead.
T. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning to you guys, man.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want Jam Dunn to come back in and finish up his thought, or to answer that question you had for him.
Yeah. But before you go on, there's another call, so you will have to state your point very quickly.
Okay. I'm gonna just drop out.
What, sir?
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We have another call.
He was saying he want Jam Down to come back and finish what he was saying. So,
Okay.
did you ask Jam Down the question?
Well, I asked you.
No,
Yes.
okay.
The question was just showing you the matter of time. And yes, we have a caller.
Caller,
You're
go ahead. You're
live.
live on Island T.
Come back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jamdang, I was saying, what is the day of today? What is today's date?
Today's date, today in the 7th or the 8th?
No, Jam
No,
Down.
today's
Take it
the
light.
6th.
The 6th.
The point that I'm making, this is going to be in effect from March 31st. We are already almost near, the first week.
That's the point I'm trying to make, Azard. The Prime Minister playing cat and mouse game.
And the thing about it,
advising him as a young rookie going to CARICOM. We should have done this thing and I see problem in Azard.
the thing about it, right? I don't want callers to.
Let me clear the ear with this young girl. Young girl, if you have a boyfriend from Jamaica and elsewhere, that got nothing to do with petition here, you know. We got to protect here. We have seen too much lawlessness since this free movement thing, and we wanted to control rain against somebody. We glad for island. But they must understand that we're looking for good behavior, not lawlessness. Leave them things warm in your territory. When you hit basket, Golden Rock, watch your airport, come go there. And I'm asking law enforcement, to set up the game. And that fella down there, that green piece of glass named Kortensia, please to roll out the proper immigration. Our task force comprised of all the stakeholders, police, customs, social security, inland revenue. Come on. Otherwise, you're going to be hearing from me, You will be hearing from me. Because this thing ain't going to work like this. Decisions is not going to leave behind in Finkits. And this is, it look to me like all them big islands. They go around table in there eating and nice talking here because they want to take the problem to this region down here to mash us up. I will watch and laugh when it happens. Azard, you have a good day and the nice lady.
Okay, thank you so much, Jam Down.
Jam Down,
Yes.
And allow here. Because my intention ain't to go nowhere else because me don't know where I go on out there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jam
Before we
Down.
go on, we're going to take a short break and get back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Diamond Security Services Limited is seeking individuals for full-time employment. Positions are available for security officers. Interested persons can visit the office between the hours 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday at the CAP Southwell Industrial Site, Bastyr. Please bring a police record. For more information, call 465-0911.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
And welcome back to Island Tea, a very riveting discussion. And we have a caller already. Caller, you're live on Island Tea.
Yeah, pleasant good morning, Brother Azard. This
Good
is
morning.
Rascal.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, it is amazing in this time how we could discuss certain things when it comes to our people. When we were kidnapped from Africa and brought here, what that was, free movement?
Not at all.
We had no choice in the matter. All of us came on the same slave ship.
Yep.
Right? So what I'm saying now in this dispensation now, all you got to do is put certain regulations in place. We're in the best position to work black people all over the world, All we got to do is unite. The 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Number 1, Monday, Umoja. To unite with one another and maintain unity in the family, the nation, and the race. We everywhere, all we got to do is collaborate with one another and do business. We're in the best position in the world and people talking about this. Why you think the conditions in Jamaica is like that? It's because the imperialist forces created that. Just like how they got we against each other here. PAM and Labour, CCM and NRP. The main tactic is to divide and rule. It's time enough we get on one page. And we're starting right here. We're saying the African National Consciousness Movement is launching the movement for national unity and empowerment. How come the opposition and the government can't agree on anything? You believe that we should get reparations? Question.
Well, caller, I mean, we've been here talking about CARICOM. I know you introduced the African movement and you're talking about reparations. My take on it, I mean, I think whatever we of course, they were. You see, reparations could come in so many different forms. When we think about reparations, sometimes we think about a monetary value. Reparations could come through services as well. So, I do believe that the Caribbean is owed for what has been an exploitation of our resources for so long in the past.
Good, but I'm asking the question: do the government and the opposition agree on that?
Well, I don't know what the government's position and the opposition's position on that is, and I can't speak to that right now. What we are
but that's something that they should agree on, but I don't know. We don't know the position. But what I'm saying to you, even something like that, we can't even agree on.
Okay.
Because of the divide and rule tactic. Okay, let me ask you a question. You will oppose yourself?
Say that again? I didn't hear what you said.
Would you oppose yourself then? Would you cut off one hand to spite your other parts of your body?
No, but I'm trying to see what the relevance. We're here talking about CARICOM and the movement.
The relevance is that we should not oppose ourselves.
And what are you?
There's going to be an opposition when all of us was enslaved. All of us was colonized.
Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm asking, how is it relevant to the topic that is being discussed now?
It's relevant to the topic because what we need is unity. We are a nation of people scattered all over the Caribbean and the Western world.
So what are you saying in relation to the matter as it relates to CARICOM, the free movement? Are you saying yes?
But the free movement is positive. All you got to do is put regulations in place.
And again, and that's your opinion. And based on here on this show, when I started out, I didn't say whether I agree or disagree with what is being proposed. What I have said is that we need to know what is our position going forward. It's like you're coming to Bastille. Let's say you're in Oldwood, you're coming to Bastille. You could either go the direction of Sandy Point or you could go the direction of Challengers. You're coming to Bastille, but we must know what direction we're taking, how we are going to get there. And that is what I have presented this morning for discussion.
But I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to show you, the general idea is to forge unity. That's all. But you're saying the government we need to be clear on what's happening. I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying, this is the time for our people to unite. Babylon system is in crisis.
So
we need positive leadership.
So what you're saying, Ras, is that all the parties that vie for elections on St. Kitts and Nevis should come together, work as one to decide what are the regulations and the rules that will follow the free movement that is about to happen.
I don't have a problem with that, but I'm saying there shouldn't even be more than one party. We should be on one page.
Okay, understood.
When you say there shouldn't be more than one party,
people suffering from one condition: exploitation, discrimination, and white supremacy.
Ras, before you go on, you said something about there shouldn't be one party. There should not be more than one party.
No,
so
why? We are one people.
Ras, I mean, we are one people, yes.
That come from the European. When we started the vote in 1952, right? The British introduced the Westminster system to divide and rule us.
Okay, so what is your position? What is your take on it? That we have one party for the whole
one people. We need one direction. We are proposing the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. You understand? In the Sabo. And we are saying Umoja is unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, the nation, the way we could resolve our contradictions amongst ourselves. Not only that, I'm proposing that all black people be citizens of every black country.
Okay, Ras.
All citizens, all black people should be citizens of St. Kitts. All black people should be citizens of Antigua. All black people should be citizens of Ghana. That's how it's supposed to be. We are African people who've been exploited for over 1,000 years. It's time we unite as one. All you got to do is put regulations in place. If there's people who want to involve in criminal activity, then we deal with them. But the 7 principles of Kwanzaa is our guide. Not only that, we need to have our own currency, our own passport, our own everything. We are one people, man. I'll just leave you with this. What granny say, falling. What granny say, love one another. What granny say, respect one another. What granny say, buy local and support your own. What granny say, African liberation by any means necessary. Give thanks, one love.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion, Russ, and thank you for your contribution. We really take into consideration what you have said, and we appreciate that you have given your view on the matter. Again, when I started out, let me be very clear. We welcome persons' opinions on the matter. Yeah, we have a caller again. Okay, then
caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T.
It's a very hot topic.
Greetings, IT.
Greetings. How are you doing this morning?
We are well once you are well, you know.
All righty.
That's good, you know.
All right.
Yeah, I am good once you're good.
That's nice.
Free movement of people. That's what it is. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yes. So before we go on, right, let me read this because persons need to, because we have not, the thing about it, we have not heard a lot of information on it from our leaders. We're hearing it from outside sources, right? We know that Caribbean countries have carved, some countries have, a few countries that have asked for a carve out, essential carve out in the context of no longer time period before they get to a point of full movement. So we know that some countries have carved out something. We are asking, what is St. Kitts and Nevis' position on the matter? Because what is being proposed is that, and I was reading here, essentially we are still sovereign states, and the discussion on free movement is really to remove that 6-month limitation that currently exists. So the 6-month limitation that currently exists will go, and we want to get a period where that timeline does not apply. And so, when again, persons are going to express views for or against. Here in the program, the position that I have brought, or the discussion, is not whether I agree or disagree, but what is our position going forward, and the need for us to know what our position is. So I want to make that clear. Okay.
Yeah, the decision should be collective, you know. Yeah, all and sundry, not no couple people decide. For the federation, that's very important.
Yeah.
We welcome free movements of people, because remember, you know, we coming from and so we couldn't move freely. It's them and those was responsible for our movement here, and they send us what they want, and you know, so you understand what we say.
Yeah.
So we welcome that, because we are one people. But there really needs to be some line drawn. You know, we made an observation concerning. When we hear people that talk about the 6 months and the long thing, that is another point too. But we made a point concerning economics, the dollar value in each individual. Antigua abstain, isn't it? Get Antigua dollar and with dollar tie, isn't it? The same easy dollar.
Yeah, the same easy dollar.
Right. We want to say it's a wise move, that, because we look on the economics, you know, and realize that people who come from other turfs where the dollar value is less than ours, you know, less than the East. We're not talking about Barbados, because we know the Barbados up there.
Yeah.
It is a disadvantage, because them people, they send home the money, and them when the money reach where them come from, it accumulates to millions. It's no joke thing. We observe that. Jam, don't we hear you well? And yeah, we want to say still that the Honorable Prime Minister is not no fellow down there, just like how the past Honorable Prime Minister is not no big stone, you know. Going forward, we have to just what we have to say concerning matters and leave out the personality, you know. Please, want to see that happen. We want to make sure that everybody listen, everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work all for one and one for all. There's other things that we want to share other observation concerning this matter, but we still are listening. We still are listening. You're right. You're so right. Wanting to know our position, and our position, as we stated before, ought not to be a decision made by a few,
Okay.
but should come to the masses of people that can be part of the party.
Yeah, this should
Fair
really,
enough.
There really should have been some sort of public consultation. The government and the delegation who went should have been informing us as citizens. We shouldn't have to read it on regional news. We should have heard, the guys, this is what we discussed. This is our position. What you think about this? This is, these are matters. This is what government is all about. This is what transparency is about and good governance. Not just legislations being passed, but actually acts of good governance being practiced.
Agree. From throughout this and past administration, we have seen a lack of communicative skills, communicative vibration. They have dropped the ball. Sadly so. So that's very key. And we find that communicative vibration is up during the time of election, and thereafter it's like subside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So again, we welcome, as I said before, we welcome persons, their views on the matter, and as we listen to views of others, my view might be different from others, but I'm not expressing my view on this show. I haven't expressed my view. All I'm saying is that we need to know what our position is. And through the callers, we've heard a young lady who said, she is for the full movement, she's for it. We've heard others who said, they are for it, but with limitation. And we've heard someone who just called and said we should be one people, one party, one everything. And so we've been listening to various views. And of course, we want to know at the end of the day, what is our government's position on the matter, because they are the ones who represent us. They are the ones who went to the meeting, and we expect them to inform us as to what our position or what they're thinking of going forward.
A memo, when you stated government there, my meditation go on off, we are the government. Rightly so. So that's why we stated that the decision should be one that's coming from a collective vibration, and we the point that we made about the different dollar value in the different areas in the Caribbean, I pray that is put on the table. Like, it's very important. It is very important that we we spoke also about people in high paying jobs who is not born citizens and citizens. Them those things that no. Because if you are working in St. Kitts from a place like Santo Domingo or Jamaica in a high paying job, and you are making say $4 grand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not up there in no ministerial position, but you just have a work with whether it is up at the Fitzroy Bryan College, like I was told that is the situation there, and you're making $4,080 per month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 5,000 people. Work out that per year.
Mm-hmm.
Work out that.
Say that again. 4,000.
$5,000 $80 monthly. Work out that.
So I'm gonna use it 2.7.
But what if they have the qualifications required for the job? Shouldn't they?
No, I was asked that also. No.
So
Okay.
if you use 4,000, right? 4,000,
Yes.
and then use them divided by 2.7. That's $1,481.48 US.
You see that kind of money in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
or in Santo Domingo, or in Guyana. Those monies there is like, the money they accumulate to millions easily.
If it is being used properly when it's sent back. If it is being used properly, because a lot of people would send their money back, and then when they get back to those countries you would have mentioned, sometimes there's no money. So we have to pray that the monies, when they go there, they're used correctly or invested correctly.
That's another matter. We'll get to that.
Okay.
You spoke about what if they have the documents required.
Yes.
Yes, we have to draw the line, even if they have the documents required.
I
Let us
understand.
change our own. Pardon?
No, I said I understand what you're getting at because I know
Right.
prior to this whole free movement thing, you had to present a CARICOM skill certificate to obtain a job in
Yes.
a country that you're not from.
Yes.
Hmm.
And let us not lack of vision as you know and take the path as you know as observation going forward. Look, federation, federation was about economics now. The federation did not work because of the difference in economics in the different places. Let me don't sweep that under the carpet tonight. It was so, dollar value and small area and yeah. So therefore we have to open our eyes and even if we say, yeah, you know, welcome the minimum wage is free to all, but high paying jobs, no, not at all. Give thanks to the time, blessed thou.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for what you have given, and of course we have so many persons with so many points of views, and one individual spoke about having one party, one thing, but in the sense of that even to me is a little anti-democratic. We have a caller. You're live on Island T.
Yes, I think you need to distinguish between free movement within the region that everybody is for. Everybody want to, even if it's for tourism reasons or business or whatever reason. That's fine. Settlement, though, is a totally different kettle of fish, right? And I think people mix up both, right?
Yeah.
You can't have settlement just like that, right? That means abandoning things like work permits, those kinds of things. Okay, so I think people get confused. That's one of the areas people get confused.
Yes.
Free movement, fine, but not settlement. That's the part that needs to be regulated and monitored.
And this is why we have discussions like this, and this is why we need to know what was discussed.
Right.
Exactly what was discussed, what is being proposed, and what is our position.
Yeah.
These are critical questions.
One thing though, some callers express the view that I'm probably on too much. I think, generally speaking, my contributions, when I make my contribution, if I'm allowed to make them, it will be very short. The problem, I think, comes when I'm engaged and have to explain or clarify things. Okay? That's up to the moderator. He or she can always say that there's another call. In this case, I understand. Okay? But to be constantly complaining about talking too long, and if I'm talking nonsense, let the moderator say I'm talking nonsense and cut the program. If you don't think you need to be engaged, then let me talk. It will be very short. Okay? So to Manners and whoever else, that is my position.
Okay. We
Okay?
appreciate
all
our callers. We appreciate all our callers, and yes, it's at the discretion of the moderator. And sometimes we have no other call coming in, and based on the discussion that we have in, we would extend. But if we have callers coming in, that's when we would say, another call is here.
That's quite understandable.
Yeah.
Okay? All right then.
Okay then, no problem. So I want to say to all callers, we appreciate all of you. We really love your contributions. We really appreciate your voice and your opinion on matters.
And without the callers, we wouldn't have
we wouldn't have Island T.
Yeah.
And so we really appreciate what you have to say on the matter, and we love those persons who listen to and who comment on the Facebook, who comment on the YouTube. You see us glancing sometimes down because we are looking at the comments and we're seeing what persons are saying in relation to the matter. And those two help to guide the discussion and guide where we're going. Mm-hmm. We have our farm report at 9 o'clock, and at 9:30 we are supposed to have our guests from a Taekwondo martial arts school, and we're going to be featuring there's going to be a young lady, or should be a young lady here with them, and so it's all about Women's Day coming up, and celebration. And so we could look at, women in martial arts. That could be a nice topic. I will not be here for the last hour because I have to step out. I have matters to deal with, but I know that we're going to have a full discussion when it comes to farm report. I see Troy is already here. Yeah, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T. Yeah, we have 3 minutes left, so you have to be very quick. It's 8:57.
I ain't for the free moments.
Say again?
I'm not for the free moments.
Okay.
Because when the alien them gonna be coming here, right? Don't come here. So we don't have so many foreigners here in the countries, right? In the country. And when all these people gonna be coming in here, we done small already. You gonna bring the country all crowded. And you cause problems.
Mm-hmm. But what you think?
Checking sports, they were the treat the small island plus them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to perform 3 times more to make West Indies team.
We have free movement between countries. There is a 6 months automatic stay, unless you are burning on the state or viewed as undesirable. So there is movement happening, but there is, seen from the information that we're getting, that 6 months would not be applicable from the 31st for some countries, or majority of the countries in CARICOM.
Yeah, me ain't got no problem if your man come here to visit in the country. I won't have no problem with them things there. But like to say, well, live, no man, no. I'll go to a man country to visit, but me ain't going to know where his brother to live. I love it here.
Yeah. We appreciate your opinion on the matter.
Yeah, I ain't for it, man. Because I'm just saying for them things there. I just my thing, my input.
We recognize too that members, petitions, divisions have traveled and lived abroad. We continue to do that, and we continue to live abroad. So we are in different countries, and again, persons are expressing their views on the matter, and that is important to hear what persons have to say on the matter.
Well, everybody got a view, but buying for it. I totally against it.
Okay then. Okay.
That's my point of view.
No problem.
I have seen a few comments while I was perusing both the sides we are on, and persons are saying that the Prime Minister will address the Federation tomorrow at his monthly roundtable.
Yeah, the person said tomorrow the PM will be speaking to the Federation at his monthly roundtable. Yeah. We don't know what the topics are going to be that he's going to present. No. So, I mean, we're just saying. So it doesn't negate the fact that we're asking that we know our position. Because from my information, we don't know what he's going to be saying. So at least we're saying now that we want to know what our position is going forward. And that I think sometimes people sometimes think that asking important question is an indictment on the government, when really, in fact, we just want to know what's going on. This is what the government is there for. And so when we ask the government questions, it's because people want to know. And if we don't ask questions, then you don't get the answers that you're looking for, and you don't know where you're going. You're just being led. And so it is important to always ask questions, and one should not be afraid to ask questions of a government that they have elected. So we have a farm report. We're going to take a short break, and Kortensia and Jamsler, I will have to leave. So blessed morning to everybody.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Insurance Company Limited, where you get more coverage for less.
Life is unpredictable. When a serious illness strikes, such as cancer, heart attack, or stroke, the Family Critical Illness Plan from Kuna Caribbean Insurance can provide an extra layer of financial protection for you and your family against out-of-pocket expenses. Select a plan that fits your needs and get up to $90,000 in coverage. No medical examination is required. Contact your credit union or one of their approved family indemnity plan providers to enroll today. To learn more, call 466-9453 or visit their website at kunacaribbean.com. Kuna Caribbean Insurance, for all people.
And we are back on Island G, and as Azard said before he had to leave us this morning, it is time for Farm Report, and we have Mr. Troy Flanders in the building with us this morning. So Troy, what good news did you bring for us? Last week we got sweet peppers and tomatoes, though, Troy.
Oh,
yes.
they come bearing gifts.
Mr. Morris, is Morris was his name? That came with
yeah.
He set us up nice.
Oh, he come bearing gifts.
Yes.
Oh, you see.
So,
that's
what do you have for us today, Troy? Just a report?
Yeah, that's a simple farm report.
I'm just teasing. No,
it's okay. It's okay because when things are good, we could come bearing gifts.
I love that.
So
I love that.
Okay.
I see there's even seasoning peppers, and these boys are huge.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I'm happy the rain is working in your favor. I'm happy that everything is going well.
And you know, they say like every time there's a season.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the season for pepper.
Okay, nice.
I just like to say good morning to our listening, to all our super listeners. Pleasant good morning, another farm report. And you know, Jamster, something that has been missing from the farm report for a couple of reports now is our callers.
Yes.
And I've been getting a little blows for that.
Okay, so callers.
Yes.
Once you hear something, please call in.
Yeah, we could entertain our callers today, right? But once again, farm report. Where do I start? I want to start with the 25 by 25. I could ask you a question. Do you understand what the 25 by 25 is all about?
So by 2025, we should be able to feed ourselves without being dependent on import, without being totally dependent on importation.
Jamster, you have any idea why 25 by...
What she said?
No,
basically.
what do you think it's all about?
Well, they want to offset some of our imports domestically by next year.
By 25%.
Yeah, which is bonkers to me.
And you see what happened. You see two different answers and things. It's the same thing happening in the farming community. We need clarity on the 25 by 25. If we are to offset our imports by 25%, that means we're supposed to be adding, right? But there's a situation now that we face. We in a position now that, you know, the consortium come here week after week and boast about our planting program that we have in place. But now we encountering a problem, a little difficulty. Because when it's supposed to be additional, we realize now there's some subtraction. Because the season so that we will get into plant, the ministry pulled them off the shelf because they want them for their 25 by 25. You see?
So you're saying the farmers are not included in 25 by 25?
No. What I'm saying, that the 25 by 25 was supposed to be additional. So if I'm accustomed to plant 2 trays of sweet pepper, you're asking me now to add to that 2 trays.
Okay, understood now.
But I cannot add now if the seed that we were using, the Aristatus pepper, because it's a beautiful pepper.
Okay.
You see, for recent time, you go to the supermarket and see the local peppers from the consortium.
Okay.
It's the same pepper that we were planting. But now you go up there, you cannot get that because they pull it from the shelf to use in the 25 by 25.
But then, if they pull it from the shelves, who is going to be planting those seeds that they're pulling?
They are using it for the 25 by 25, which means that it's not an additional. Because if it was additional, you would have bought in your seeds for your program rather than using the seeds that you have already circulating. You see? That's where I'm going with this. So, like, you have Tyrannus tomatoes. They're very good tomato. That's what most people like to plant. All these is seminist product. You cannot get them if you go right now to buy them, because they now secure them for the 25 by 25.
But you didn't answer my question. Who is going to plant those seeds that
they're securing?
Yes, they will come back to the farmers.
So then why are they securing them? I mean, 2025 is next year.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that they wasn't prepared for the 25 by 25.
But why hold the seeds?
Because you see, that's what I tell you, it's not an addition. That's why he confusing everybody. Because it's not an addition. If you have a program, you learn something, you're supposed to have all the inputs that you want towards that project. You are not supposed to go in your inventory and take out nothing to deal with that project, because that project is additional project. So what you have there already in stock is what we use all year round. So if you now come and say we suppose bump up, you ain't bump up, you see it by 25%. You ain't bringing more seed for the project. So, I mean, it's confusing. There are a lot of questions that farmers ask. Like, the government now have a distribution thing now, giving out seedlings. And some people ask me, how long will that continue? Will it be a one-off? Will it be monthly? You understand? This is the kind of question that people now are asking, because everybody's confused. Even those who are in the top, the minister and the PS, and they themselves are confused about the 25 by 25, because the 25 by 25 isn't the thing.
So how can we get clarity?
I don't know. Because, I mean, when we asked for a seat at the table so that we could sit down and go through these plans and what's not together. So when we come back, we could say to our members, this is what the 25 by 25 is all about. We can't get that. You sit down in a forum with the ministers and they have meetings. And most farmers will go to that meeting. And you tell the farmer, I'm going to give you free mat. I'm going to give you free drip. I'm going to give you free seedlings. Right? Most farmers only hear that. They ain't going to think about the difficulties that they are about to face. Because you are asked now to do 25% more with your same staff. You are asked to do 25% more, but the thing is month by month, how much? Because I might come in and then we have a surplus on the market this month.
Troy, you ready for calls?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, callers, just letting you know, you can give us a call here at Farm Report.
So,
Troy made a special request that everyone call and make their voices heard. So we go to the phone line. Okay,
that got over quick. So you look at it, right? You might have a surplus for, let's say, April or May. But did we plant the follow-up month seedlings for the other month?
Okay, hold that thought. Yeah, we have a call. Caller, go right ahead.
Sorry to come in from your thought. Greetings forward, DIT.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Elder.
Yeah, good. And we're extending the greetings to your guest in studio. Morning greeting, my brother. Okay, you know, what we saying most artically concerning the agricultural sector is few words like this. All for one for all. Working in that manner, there'll be no fear. And we know we can do it, but we have to do it together. And all hands on deck. And we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that being a touchable reality. Yeah? We want to wish farmers all the best. Farmers all farmers. Best wishes.
Question, Elder.
Yes.
What is your understanding of the 25 by 25?
We have a import bill that is enormous, it is said, right? And the aim is to that bill, food compiled, if not all, most of that bill. Is it? Am I getting it right, Aisha?
No, I'm listening you. I'm listening you to explain how you understand.
I talk to Aisha, man. Dumpster, I'm getting it right. Most of the what you say? The bill is up where it be to them kind of money there, right? And they say food, things that they are consuming, right? Put the bill up there, so what we need to do now to curtail that, we need to produce, if not all, most of what we are consuming. And there is where the agricultural sector, is big up there, so to make sure that that void is filled. No, within the scheme of things now, for that to be a reality, remember that is just an idea now. To implement that idea now is the steps that have to be taken, that have to be in line with all and sundry to make it work.
Right.
Meditation is one thing, idea is one thing, bringing it to reality, to fruition is another thing. It takes a lot of
so you're
everything.
You're saying that you are saying that it's an all-inclusive approach need to be taken.
Of course.
Are you seeing that all-inclusive approach being taken?
My brother, you see that question there? We all know. All of us know the present situation, what it is.
No.
And it is called...
No. All of us does not know, because there are people who does not listen to the farm report. And they may see something in certain media and assume that all is going as it is portrayed in that media. So everybody don't know the obstacles in which that we as farmers are facing.
No, but the farmers make that clear. The farmers is not mute around here.
Yes, I agree. But everybody knows, because some people does not listen to this program.
Listen, we are a small area.
Yeah.
We are a small place. Everybody, a lot of people taking up with them bread and butter issues, and then have no time to know about this.
Okay, so.
We are part of that.
Okay, thank you.
Within our space, are we still online?
Yeah, you're still online.
Within our space, we know what is going on, past and present. I am saying that whatever obstacles in the way, we're making it to be as it ought to be. Altogether, we have to remove those obstacles. And we can do it. That's all I'm saying. We're not perfect. We don't have it right.
Thank you.
But together we can get it right.
Thank you.
Blessed love.
Right. Okay. You see, that's why we keep coming here week after week and ask to be a part of it. So the question, why at this stage, you're in this stage now that you implement these things, and we're still having hiccups. We still been out there left in the wilderness, the farming community.
So the main thing is, sometimes you get the impression when they say 25 by 25, they seem to think there must be a bunch of interstitial years between now and 2025. So someone needs to explain to me how they're going to be doing all of this by next year. Because that's what it is, next year.
I mean, if you say by, that means January 2025, you should have already have these things in place because it's by that time.
But try, like I said, it has to be that there's a year between 2024 and 25 that we don't know about, that we haven't been told about yet. But just like how they didn't tell us about the free movement thing, we heard it from somewhere else.
Yeah,
so there must be another year we don't know about.
But that's also we come here and people accusing us of being political and other things.
There's a call. You want to take this call? Farm report. Go right ahead.
Read the 2025 agenda. Remember, the word beyond has to be added there. Because we ain't stuck by 2025. Let us look way beyond 2025. Yes, that target was set.
Thank you.
As I said, it was an idea, and whatever, but let us say 2025 and beyond.
Thank you, sir.
Very important.
Thank you.
Let
Thank
us
you.
know.
That's what the consortium keeps saying, you know. It's beyond.
But the question has to be asked, is it realistic? Is it really realistic to expect any kind of significant traction? Even, I mean, can we expect any significant traction on this aspiration, really, when you think about it?
25 by 25, as the consortium sits here week after week, we say we're looking beyond 25 by 25. Because we already see the shaky start, the rollout, everything going not as planned.
Okay, hold that thought. Caller, go right ahead. Farm report.
Yes, okay. Good morning, man. Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey, Jamster. Let me ask you a quick question, man. I said to you, meet me down at the ferry terminal by 1 p.m. What does that mean, bro?
1 p.m.?
Does that mean you're going to show up? Okay, all right. So when the minister was on, he said by 2025, he pushed it down all the way to December 31st. Yo, by 2025 means January 1st of that year.
Mm-hmm.
Believe that. You know what I'm saying? You can't trick people who got common sense, bro. You know what I mean? But the caller before, he said, let's remove all the obstacles. Let's remove the obstacles on both sides. You know what that's called? That's called compromise, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The farmers, them is the one that's going to be doing the work, and they can't be the one that's asking for this unity. The ministers are operating like they're commanding these farmers, and they're talking down to them and belittling them. These guys are the ones going to be in the field doing the work. You know, if anybody got to be doing the most compromise, it's coming from the minister and the agriculture department. Mm-hmm. You can't be commanding these farmers. The man got their skills and their know-hows and their knowledge about this stuff. You know what I mean? But it's much to be said, man. And, you know, I just wish this thing would work out, man. You know what I mean?
Well,
good luck to the farmers and good luck to the ministry still, you know?
Thanks for the call.
You guys can get this thing going.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah. Keep up the good works, man.
Yeah. I mean, there are farmers who choose not to be a part of this 25 by 25.
And why?
Because maybe complication or what's that. Because I tell you, people are confused about the way forward, what's going on.
Okay.
Troy, let me ask you a practical question. 2025 is next year. This is March already.
Yeah.
In practical terms, how do we get even halfway to that getting some of that done between now? What has to happen on the ministry side and on the farmer side and everything else?
Coordination, proper coordination. You see the consortium come together and we coordinate a planting program, right? And we were able to produce a large amount of bell pepper for that period from December to now, right? We are not getting that because we had our guy doing what you call the call around and make sure that people plant on time, check stage by stage where you're at, and so on.
But other than the crop sector, what about the fishing sector, even the agro processing and the meat sector? What needs to happen? What is not happening now that needs to happen between now and next year? That's going to make this look as though.
If you listen to the ministry, there are certain things they already roll out. That's why there is a beyond. Like they choose tomatoes, they choose bell peppers, they choose watermelon and cantaloupe. These are 4 crops they choose right now at this present time to say that they achieve 25 by 25, right? But we didn't import much tomatoes. So tomatoes is something easy to say, well, we do that. It's all about a photo up.
Okay, let's take this call. Farm report, go right ahead.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
A question was asked concerning the seeds that need to be brought in for the 25 by 25. I want to believe if they are accustomed to bring in, let me say, 100 cases of sweet pepper seeds, and the normal farmers used to use up that 100 cases of sweet pepper seeds. More farmers are now in play right now for the 25 by 25. What trying to make clear is the seeds for the new set of farmers was not imported. That is what he's trying to bring clarity to. And then to continue planting because all the seeds won't germinate. And then again, was the water supply for the new set of farmers who come on board, was water provided for them, those who have said these things, and was there in place? Any thought was given to them? For example, Jamster, how much Monday when you have traffic talk here, Sergeant Sophia Henry said it's an offense to put things in the road to say you hold him parking space. But a fencing will be put up by my farm and the police them are not doing nothing at all. And I am one of the farmers in the 9% who have water. They come up, they push down my land, may not hold up no more time because the program almost finished. Goodbye.
All right, thank you. What I'm saying, right, it's time for us to move away from the photo ops and get down to serious planning and execution.
Let's take this call. Farm report, go right ahead.
Greetings forwardly. Malcolm X, don't tell us, compromising is red flag, We don't support compromising. And listen, if the whoever PS, right, but decide say, okay, we confronted with what we see as Buddhism and dictatorship, whatever the ism we see, and they decide say, okay, we drop that. We're not going to deal with the situation. We're not ready for it. What we want to say? It's a doom to work together.
Okay.
We don't want.
Eldo.
Somebody saying something. Yes.
Eldo.
Yeah, listen. Yes.
We are pressed for time, right? But what you say?
Yes, I know.
I realize that there is a difficulty with the powers that be when people come together. They does not want the farming community to come together. What they are doing, they are putting one sector against the other sector to keep the divide. I don't know who it will serve. We ask for a seat at the table, right? And we keep questioning why they don't want to give us a seat at the table. The 25 by 25. There's a lot of money that being involved without proper oversight. I don't know why they don't want us to sit, plan, and because it's something that will benefit us, the farmers.
You see, you say we press for time. You see, all what you just describe and say, that is obstacles, we're going to move them. You said that they're dividing the agriculture sector, we're going to confront them with that, the minister and the PS, and we're going to work out that right there. You say concerning all what you just stated. We're going to work out that right on the table right there and make the public know. Make the public know thereafter who is the culprit in terms of the success.
But Elder, the blame game thing at this point is not practical. We need to start doing stuff.
Exactly. So therefore, what we going to do at the table, I said there will be no peace until God sits at the conference table, you know. What we're going to do is face one another and say, look, this have to stop, that have to stop, that have to stop. And everyone agree. So if everyone don't agree, it means we do them, you know.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This photo up thing, we got to move away from that. And this is what we're getting. While some people already secured an increase in their salary, we got to put a seed in the ground to eat, you know. So we got to look for we own interests as farmers. We got to do that. So when I was called for to receive 1,000 seedlings, I was at my farm preparing to plant out some watermelon. I couldn't go to receive the seedlings, only to learn that there was a handing over ceremony. And because I wasn't there for a photo op, I didn't get the seedlings. So you get it's all about photo ops while they're messing with our livelihood. It's not, we don't pass the stage of photo op. Them days are gone. We are asking to better our condition. The farming community right now is in a serious dire condition. And it's just like, it's all glamour right now. They're pushing things in front of your face without proper structure. You're going to roll out this big project without the structure being the foundation and anything being built. Right? And we're out of time again. So
we still got a minute, Troy.
We still have a minute?
No, we have to, because we have chock-a-block. But go ahead. It's 9:29, so you may as well wrap up now. Let's go. Because we have ads to play.
This thing, it takes so much time to explain to the public that the minister and the permanent secretary, we go to them, we want them. Let us sit down and trash out this thing. Let me do it together. They choose not to, and they leave us here with more questions than answer. Where is the 25 by 25 going? What is all about? What will it entail to get it done properly? And no farmer go out there and tell me that they know the answer to those questions.
Okay, Troy, on that note, we have to wrap it because we have stuff to do.
Yes. And I
it's such a pity. Yeah.
I also thank WINNFM again for giving us the opportunity to go to reach to the public out there. Thanks again.
Okay, Troy.
Yeah.
Found the sound 99.9 Win FM.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices, Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty, Rams is always here. We are community, we are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you
Are you looking for a new dining experience to whet your appetite? Explore the flavors of the world at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge. Our menu features Latin, Chinese, Mexican, and Indian cuisine with a local twist. The cozy and elegant ambiance provides the perfect backdrop for an unforgettable dining experience. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a business lunch, our restaurant is the perfect place to discover new tastes and enjoy a delicious meal. Book your table at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge today by calling us at 465-9100 or visit our website at ktcsvdm.com and our Facebook page at Pangea by KTCS Limited. We are located in the heart of Port Sante, Bastille, St. Kitts. Come and explore the flavors of the world.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta, drink the real Fruta, your favorite Fruta, the natural taste is Fruta. Fruta.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
It's 9:34, and now next segment is about probably Korea's most popular export. Sport and export.
Yes.
I'm talking about Taekwondo. We've got Lincoln David, and he's going to tell us about Lincoln David Pell, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay. Okay. Take it away.
Okay, well, good
morning.
morning. Good morning. I must say in Taekwondo, in the Korean word, Annyeong. Annyeong is the Korean word for
Oh.
greetings.
Okay.
So I'm here from representing the United Taekwondo Club. I'm one of
Okay.
the masters. I'm a 5th degree black belt, and I have here with me 2 first-degree black belt students, Indira Reeknath and Kylan Williams. Indira goes to CFBC, and Kylan goes to Sky Academy. And we're just here to give some information about Taekwondo because there's some misconception and so forth about martial arts.
Okay.
And what happened, the reason why I chose this is we realize we have some issues with our young persons.
Okay.
And this is to let persons realize that Taekwondo, even though some white people say it's a combative sport, but still it deals with certain things that they respect. So I would just like to point out that Taekwondo is one of the most systematic and scientific Korean tradition martial arts that teaches more than physical fighting skills. It is a discipline that shows ways of enhancing our spirit and life through training our body and mind. Today, it has become a global sport that has gained an international reputation and stands among the official games in the Olympics. But besides all of that, if you realize what he mentioned about train the body and mind, we also have a thing saying that it's train also the spirit.
Okay.
Make you one. So this is what it says as well. There are many positive elements to Taekwondo. They are best captured in the tenets of courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and the indomitable spirit.
Okay.
Okay, indomitable spirit means unbeatable, easy to be persuaded, and all these kind of things. They make you,
Strong.
straight on the strong point
Yeah.
of things.
That's that.
And therefore, I have a number of students, and I just want to give God thanks because it's because of God. None of them have found themselves fall of the law, and that's because of God. And they have good citizens. That's why I bring my students here. Every opportunity I get, I bring them to say what Taekwondo would have done for them.
Okay.
So I just want to leave it there so person get an understanding what Taekwondo is. It's about peace, it's about helping, it's about respect, it's about following instruction, our laws. So that is why the principle of Taekwondo is it's a way of life. So if you could follow these tenets in Taekwondo and you take them to life, even in your workplace, you always try to bring peace, respect, obedience, follow the rules, and it make you positive and have self-control and esteem, confidence. And it also brings out leadership in you.
Mr. Pell, I want to know, why did you get into Taekwondo?
Well, I was always in the martial arts, Kung Fu, and so because back in the day, martial arts, if you want to say Kung Fu, was a big thing in this country.
Yeah.
And just like how you see it in the movie where a person is moved from one village to the next to fight,
yes,
it used to happen like that, believe it or not. So martial arts has a big thing here in the Federation of Security. And we have a lot of persons walking around who might be aged now, used to do some form of martial arts. So I just want to say that's what it does to anybody. But for children, as opposed to make them want to fight, it controls them. Because, the nature of human beings is to generally respond to something.
Yes.
But the Taekwondo teaches you to not to respond to that, but to control it. So if someone hit you, not because you might be very good and you could take the person, control yourself and recognize a number of things could happen.
Yeah.
You can injure the person. If you make a mistake, you can get injured.
Yeah.
Or you could have somebody get seriously injured and even maim, died. It could happen to you as well.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to be peaceful.
Okay.
Even though you can take the person, is to be peaceful and say, hey, stop. And if you're in school, complain to the teacher. If you're on the street, try to find a police station. We always mention that, police station. So that's enough for me for now, that persons understand why Taekwondo, and in the form of martial arts. Could only speak for my Taekwondo club where I have my brother, and the United Taekwondo Club. The philosophy is what we use and the methods. I used to be a police officer. My brother is a police officer. So I was there as well. We bring in the law. We believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. So we bring that inside there as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand over now to Indira Reetnut because she's the senior first degree black belt. So I will let her say a
So
few words.
Indira, tell us a bit about yourself and why you two got into Taekwondo.
Before I got into Taekwondo, I never really did any extracurriculars. So when it was suggested to me, I decided to join, and it has helped me improve myself in a lot of ways, both in the physical aspects, my mental health, and as well as discipline. That's a very big part of it. When I first started Taekwondo, I couldn't even kick above my waist, and that from now I am very flexible, which is really great. And I think for women, Taekwondo is a great choice when it comes to martial arts because it deals mostly with legs, and it's known that women have a stronger lower body, so that we have kind of a little advantage when it comes to it. Yes, a little bit. When it comes to mental health, I would say when I first started, I had a lot of, I wasn't doing really well. I remember once I had an entire panic attack before one of my exams, but they are very supportive and they helped me, and I managed to pass my exam, and I'm now a black belt, a first degree black belt. When it comes to discipline, that's a major thing when it comes to Taekwondo. In fact, no matter your physical prowess in the sport, if you cannot show that you're disciplined enough to take the exam, then you're not even considered for the exam. So it's a major thing, and it's something that,
Alrighty, so let's go over to Kylan. Kylan, why did you get into martial arts, and how has it helped you thus far?
I got into martial arts because I wanted to learn how to defend myself and my parents.
Okay.
Unless they couldn't defend themselves.
Okay.
So I wanted to learn how to do it for them.
Okay. And have you had to use any of those moves on anyone just yet, as Mr. Pell said?
Thankfully not yet.
Okay.
Everybody's safe.
Okay.
I haven't had to use it on anybody, but it's good to just have it, so just in case.
Okay. Indira mentioned her mental health. How has Taekwondo helped your mental health?
It's helped me grow maturely. It's taught me how to become more self-controlled and not to lash out and to keep composed.
Okay, so for both of you, you have siblings, you have friends, you come in contact with various persons. Would you encourage them to join your Taekwondo club, or would you just encourage them just to come, just to maybe get some? I'm trying to find the word. Okay, let's just say, would you encourage them to join your Taekwondo club? Because the word's not coming to me right now.
Yeah, I'd encourage them to join the Taekwondo club, especially if they want to learn how to defend themselves and other people.
Okay.
And it's a really good form to find discipline.
Okay, good stuff.
Lincoln, you want to give your contact numbers in case anyone wants to join up, sign up and
my number is 669-5969, and I'm Lincoln, and my brother, Lyndon David Pell, is 665-4757, so you could call us. And we are at the old girls' school. I mean, it might sound out of it for
That's just
younger
across
persons,
from.
but it's up Victoria Road across from the park.
Okay,
the
I
main
got the
entrance.
right.
The main entrance in the stone building there, the Anglican Church Hall, I think. we call it.
Okay, good stuff.
Just to wrap up, I just want everyone to know, even in the Taekwondo world, they say Taekwondo is to help your family, even your nation, to defend itself. But most importantly, is to be respectful to others. Respect life, because you know what? In a moment, life can be taken away. And it doesn't take much to cause damage or death. One finger it takes. And that is why it's always talk about being peaceful. And, when it comes to these guys, I have a little student. He's about 6 years. You could ask him, because when you're going for black belt, you must have class teaching experience.
Okay.
And that is why I said it builds leadership. And you could ask him and her, even before they reach this age, they had to start teaching when they reach close to black belt.
What?
And this guy just makes 6 years old.
6, you say?
The 16th of February. And he has already teaching class because he's a blue belt with red tip. As long as he continues, it will be black belt before he's 17. I had a number of students who came in
You
like
should
that.
have brought that 6-year-old. I mean, I want to see what he looks like now.
And I had a young lady who was his age as well when she started. And it was the same thing. I have a lot of students like that, and I have a lot of black belt students. Yes. Right? So it's very helpful. The thing about it, it brings out leadership. And I'm so happy and proud of the students. And I just give God thanks for guiding me and directing me into Taekwondo. So now I could be able to share the information with others. So hopefully they can do it. And I even had a student when he was overseas studying, was able to teach it, to get some of this to help him with certain things. So it helps in different ways. So I just want to say,
quick before you go,
yes,
what do you call the teacher in karate? It's sensei, I think.
Okay.
What do you call it in
Well, for
Korean?
me, I'm a 5th degree, so I'm a master, so they'll say Kwanjinim.
Okay.
She's a 1st degree, so they will say Sonsinim.
Okay.
And if you're a 2nd, 3rd degree, they say Sabumnim.
Okay.
So all these are like teachers, but you have the master, different
Okay.
level,
All right.
because you have up to 10th degree black belt. So as you go up, so that's how it is, and so you get the different names. And if you're the senior instructor, Kwanjinim.
Okay.
And if you're just an instructor, it's a Sabunim.
Okay.
And if you're 1st degree who are assisting as well, it's a Sonsinim.
Okay, so we're out of time, but give your numbers again before you leave.
Okay, my name Lincoln David Pell, and now my number is 669-5969. My brother 665-4757, and our Taekwondo club is the United Taekwondo Club, and we are at Victoria Road in the Anglican building outside Warner Park, and they call it the Old Girls School Building, just in case persons who familiar with that name. So I just want to thank you very much again, and peace to our nation.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you too. And thank you guys.
Okay. 9:45 coming up next. We have the Jenkins leadership. Some agents of the Jenkins leadership course. That's an ongoing effort here in St. Kitts Nevis. We're going to be chatting with them. Kimani Phillip, Regine Jenkins, and Davian Slater. They're coming up next.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WIN FM.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. When I lime it and the beach on the tongue. Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor.
the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Are you looking for a new dining experience to whet your appetite? Explore the flavors of the world at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge. Our menu features Latin, Chinese, Mexican, and Indian cuisine with a local twist. The cozy and elegant ambiance provides the perfect backdrop for an unforgettable dining experience. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a business lunch, our restaurant is the perfect place to discover new tastes and enjoy a delicious meal. Book your table at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge today by calling us at 465-9100 or visit our website at ktcsvdm.com and our Facebook page at Pangea by KTCS Limited. We are located in the heart of Port Sante, Bastille, St. Kitts. Come and explore the flavors of the world.
It's 9:47. Island Tea continues. We've got Kimani Phillip, Regine Jenkins, and Davion Slater, and it's all about the 11th anniversary of the Jenkins Leadership Course. This is Kay. This is they've visited us many times over the
Yeah, I just realized I looked up because I'm trying to be like, oh my gosh, I have to write this or I have to write this because I'm not aware. And then I see familiar faces around the room. Did he forget out the CFBC? Was CFBC supposed to be in their jam too? Because I think we're going to be reprimanded for that part of it.
Yes, we have to add the CFBC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, Regine's fault.
I'll take it.
Oh boy. So ladies, good morning. Welcome into the studio. So you're celebrating your 11th anniversary. So congratulations and kudos to all involved.
Thank you.
On your 11th anniversary. And you, whilst we were doing a little chit chat, you were mentioning some activities that you're going to have for that anniversary. So
Yes. So before we begin, we just want to say thank you guys for having us here this
No,
morning.
pleasure.
We are happy to be able to come out and speak to the nation, and you always have to come to Win FM to be able to do
Aw.
that.
We feel special.
Yes, it is our 11th anniversary, and we do have some activities. I'll pitch to ladies later to talk about our on Sunday activities for Sunday.
Okay, so on Sunday we're celebrating our church service that will be at the Methodist Church, and it starts at 9:30. 9 o'clock, sorry.
At Wesley, yes.
At Wesley Methodist Church, and we're asking persons to come and worship with us.
Okay.
And we will have a luncheon right after the church service. So we just want the general public support.
Okay.
And just a general call for all past members. This is our 11th anniversary, and so we want all the past members who have gone through the different cohorts to come out and network and socialize with us, be with us at church, and then we'll go and have a nice brunch in the annex following the church service.
So tell us what the leadership course aims to do. Then maybe if you could just break it down in relatable terms, what it is, why someone might want to sign up for this, and how long it is, what the cost, and so on.
Okay,
I will take that role. Hi, I'm Kimani Phillip again, and basically the leadership course, the CFBC Jenkins Limited Leadership Course, is a course geared towards professionals as well as persons within the community who are looking to further develop themselves personally. It prepares and provides leaders, those of us who will be forced or given the opportunity, voluntold, are given the opportunity to take the nation forward.
Voluntold.
I like that. You've been told to volunteer.
So we are focusing heavily this year on the youth because they are our next future leaders.
Yep.
And so that is what the course is for. It is for anyone who is seeking to personally develop themselves.
Yes.
Could you tell us some of the modules? Because look at
sure.
it this way: PPL leadership course. I was like, I wonder what they would be teaching. Yeah. So just give us
Well,
a
you
couple
know
of the
what?
modules.
Lady
you know.
Slater is in the
She's
current
the
cohort,
current, yes, member.
so she can speak to some of the topics you guys have gone through already.
Okay, we have already gone through a number of courses within the module thus far. We just recently finished. It's been so much. We've recently gone through our community project. We're in the beginning stages of doing that. So we are learning about project planning.
Okay.
We're also learning about time management, the importance of communication, and anything that is within that scope, within leadership.
Okay.
So that's all what we have in a nutshell.
Yeah. And so I think one of the good points about the program is that Lady Slater mentioned the community project. Every cohort has to do a community project and a business project. The community, we've done lots of community projects across the federation. And for the business projects, most of that funding goes back in the community, into one of the community organizations, into another project. And so it's used to further community development.
So sort of hones your organizational skills.
Yes,
across.
definitely.
I guess across a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, and we have to work in the group. The class sizes are about 30 persons, and so you have to learn how to navigate all those people to work towards
The
this
personalities.
end goal, all of the personalities. And so you learn how to do that through the course. There is the theoretical part of it, but you have to learn to do it while you're in the course to be able to come to the end.
How long is the course?
It runs for a few months, but it also depends on...
What is a few months?
Well, it started in November.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And then it will go through until May or so. But it also depends on when you're able to complete your project.
Yes.
Right? So if you take a very long time to finish your community project or your business project, you can't graduate.
Okay.
And so some people have gone into June and July because, you know, you have to finish. Those are important tenets of the program.
Is there a point when you say, or let me ask the question correctly. Is there, what I counted was 7 months. Do you give a leeway to say this has to be done in a year, or this has to be completed?
Yes, well, my dad, Mr. Jenkins, he will let you know, like, he doesn't want to be here, you know, and the next cohort needs to start. So, you know, he'll push and push because it is important for them to understand that, you know, there is time.
Okay.
And these projects are important to the communities that they will benefit.
Okay.
And so you have to keep it going.
Okay.
And
So is this something that you can do while having a regular job, or is it?
Yes. So those classes are in the evenings.
Okay, but what if you're actually a college student and wanted to do that? Is that possible?
I think they focus more on persons who are already
Graduating.
working.
Okay.
All right.
But I know we have had one or two who have been very young, who have, you know, come into the program.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think
I would say our group is a young group.
Ooh.
I haven't been
So
to
most
see
of these
them
people
yet.
have jobs and
Yeah.
they're-
Yes,
okay.
yes. A few leaving CFBC.
Okay.
However.
Yeah.
Oh,
How many
okay.
days per week?
It's twice per week.
Yes,
per week.
Monday and Wednesdays.
Okay.
How long?
It's 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things we wanted to focus on today, because their cohort is currently working through the program, but one of the things we wanted to point out today for our anniversary. Each year we celebrate, but we try to do something additional for the community. So last year we did workshops on leadership, and we had it open to the general public. This year, like Kimani said, we wanted to focus on the youth and do something that really would provide some impact. You know, you hear people talking about, the youth, they're so bad, and this is happening, and that is happening. And so we wanted to try to put something back in specifically towards youth, because what we usually do is more adult focused, but we wanted to put something together for the youth. And so that's the big project we are going to be working on, where we plan to target 5 schools, the high schools, and we will be doing consecutive leadership trainings on a Saturday, geared towards 30 students from each of those schools. And that came about because lady, but Sergeant Charmaine O'Dane, who is a past member of the cohort, she brought it to us because she's in charge of, I think, the police schools intervention program.
Okay.
So she brought the idea to us, and so we are working with her to put this program together.
good.
And so that is something that we really want to focus on. Kimani could give more details on what we want to do.
Okay.
Okay, so these sessions actually, they will be focusing on leadership and the need for conflict resolution. And we are also seeking assistance from the public in terms of we're seeking assistance from teachers, police liaisons, guidance counselors, transportation persons, persons who are exposed with culture and arts, because this project involves the entire community. If we assist one tiny group, that tiny group will then spread their knowledge and information, and we hope and we know that this will be very impactful and we'll be getting the results that we're seeking. We're also seeking assistance with snack boxes, materials. Additionally, I must mention that CFBC has approved this initiative, and we are working on it for hopefully within the next month. It will be launched and rolled out. So we're seeking the support in investing and redirecting our youth. I should also speak about one other anniversary activity we have. So last year we went on a fundraising drive to gain funding to refurbish Icons Park. So that should be finalized within this month, and we'll have a reopening session for Icons Park. And Icons Park is located in the tiny lot there by 5 Ways, and it displays all of the persons we've recognized throughout the years with our course, and it is very informative. It's also a relaxing green space within the Macknight community.
Yeah, so that's the place right there with all the little plaques on
Yes.
it.
Yes.
For those persons who might need a little marker, that's where it is.
Yes.
Right across from the health center.
Yes.
Basically,
Yes.
So it's right
Yes.
there. For those of you. So we know we have the church service for the 11th anniversary. Are there any other activities you ladies have to mention?
Yes, I would like to talk about the fundraiser that we're having on Friday. It's a breakfast box, and we have delivery provided for your convenience. So we're going to start delivery at 7:30, and the numbers to contact are 767-2167 or 764-8535.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can place your orders now.
If that's a cohort 10 activity,
Yes.
because they are raising funds towards their community project and their business project. So we ask persons to really come on board and help them out to raise funds so that they can give back to the community in the best way possible.
Alrighty. So ladies, anything else to add?
Well, we're just inviting everyone out to the church service as well as to participate and contact us. You can contact us via email at jenkinslimited@yahoo.com. Is that right? Yes, at jenkinslimited@yahoo.com. You can just send us an email and we will respond to you if you wish to support us further. And we just inviting everyone, and we're also grateful for the opportunity to come every year and be able to share and give an update on what the course is doing. So we're also grateful to be here.
So for persons that would have listened and would be interested and they want to join this initiative, they also contact you at that email that you just gave?
Yes, you can contact us via the email and we'll be sure to respond.
Or they can call Jenkins Limited. That's always 465-6459. And they can always call to get more information. I think what we want to stress today is our youth activity. We think it would be really impactful. And so we need persons in different communities to come on board. You know, those youth in those areas need to see persons who they are accustomed to seeing to help and say, oh, okay, we could buy into this, you know? And so that's what we want. So come on board with us. We'll be doing more rounds. just as we finalize the programming. But we really want the community to come on board to help us to, really impart knowledge and really redirect the youth that we would be coming in contact with.
Okay, we're pretty much all the time. But I just noticed something, and I really should have noticed it before, and I should have asked before. I noticed all females. Do you guys get a good cohort of males signing up for the Jenkins Leadership Program?
We do get some male.
But it's mostly
participants.
female?
It's a higher ratio of females.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Short answer.
Possibly interest. Possibly interest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or maybe we need to change our marketing strategy. Something.
Okay.
It's International Women's Month, and we will celebrate the day on Friday. Since Jamsa went there, Jamsa, I'm going to cut it right now. The team is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. How important do you think that is, and how can we help? Once we invest in the women, that the women can invest in the gentlemen, so they can be as interested in being part of such a program, so we don't have to go drag them off the road. How timing is this theme for International Women's Month?
I think it's an excellent theme.
Very timely.
Yeah, it's very timely, and I think programs like ours, and there are so many that are coming on stream that really focus on building women and investing in their ability to grow and become real leaders and pull the persons that they need to. And so I think it's important for what we'll be celebrating on Friday, and that, in the end result, we'll be able to bring the men along with us.
Yeah, because we need them. They're dropping off by the side slowly but surely, but we need them.
We have Jamsa. Jamsa could do a plug,
Jamsa,
bring the men on board. Jamsa.
She just included you, so we need your help.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's certainly been a pleasure. The best of luck. Congratulations on 11, and I look forward to having more conversations with you. And gentlemen, yes, you are needed in the program, so get on board. Jamsa is stumped for words right now, so I'll help him with some.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Our pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All I can say is it's 3 minutes after 10 o'clock, and
we gotta go. Listeners, thank you for listening. This has been your Wednesday, the 6th day of March edition of Island Tea. See you tomorrow, same place, same time.
see you tomorrow, and everyone have a great day.
Indeed.